Well, good afternoon, brothers and sisters. So it's a new day at ALPA, as you can tell. Things are changing at our association. From the look of the magazine to the way we are running this meeting, we're taking a fresh approach to the way we conduct our union business. We're placing a new emphasis on our members to make sure that everything we do reflects their interests. And as we move forward, it's important that we never forget where we've come from. I have some news to share about remembering our past at the end of my presentation. But first, I want to talk about ALPA membership, ITAC improvements, the work of the PDG, the IF-ALPA conference, and supporting P4P. As of May 1st, our union represents 62,286 pilots at 33 airlines. Since the last executive board meeting, we welcomed the Sky Regional pilots. Alaska and Virgin has completed their merger, and the Atlantic Southeast pilots were transferred to ExpressJet. Regarding officer elections, we're almost completed on the transition from paper nominations to the electronic process. During this meeting, you will act on two resolutions, one dealing with pilots who have expressed a willingness to serve, and another on the ballot certification process. The Information Technology Advisory Committee met in February to talk about product improvements. There are 6 new enhancements to the ALPA mobile app. They include access to Aero Rep, PPS, known crew member, My Account, and banner notifications. In the future, expect to see push notifications, a new flight pay loss feature, updated jump seat and ALPA pack sections. In addition, those of you that are Mac lovers, the Mac Air has been approved as a standard laptop option. The current ALPA content management system is under review. Our plan is to replace Sitecore. And the ITAC is working with Tableau to simplify roster and budget formats. The Professional Development Group met in March to review the BOD's strategic initiatives. The PDG chairs also developed a mission statement and supporting goals that outline the purpose of the group. The PDG mission is to enhance the professional development and well-being of all current and future ALPA pilots by promoting, fostering, supporting, and securing a sustainable career path. And the 3 supporting goals are listed on the screen. It's been my privilege to serve as the national officer supporting this group. During the 2018-2019 academic year, pilot volunteers from the Education Committee met with 18,445 grade school students at 126 schools and other events. We recently visited 2 new colleges, Middle Georgia State University and the University of Memphis. And this year, we are offering scholarships totaling $10,000 for students who participate in ALPA ACE clubs. Education Committee volunteers attended the annual Women in Aviation Conference in March. And this week, we have volunteers at the University of Wisconsin for the NIFA SafeCon flying competition. ALPA's Leadership Committee held its annual conference in February. 85 newly elected reps from 25 pilot groups were in Herndon. The committee is planning similar training later this year for pilots elected outside the normal cycle. The Leadership Committee is now offering training to MEC officers and committee members. Last week, we held our first session with FedEx. Contact SIMDAR Director Marie Swartz if you're interested about this training. And finally, the Leadership Committee has been sending emails to newly elected local council officers. advertising available programs and services, useful tips, and reminding ALPA leaders who they can contact for help. Now, the membership committee held a meeting in April to review strategic plan initiatives and other membership issues. The group has been busy distributing a reminder about changes to the insurance programs, releasing an updated new hire video, and planning for the membership seminar, which is coming up September 17th and 18th. In addition, membership volunteers attended the annual conferences for the National Gay Pilots Association, Women in Aviation, and participated in a job fair at the Organization of Black Aerospace Professionals. We also participate at OBAP's annual conference, which will be held later this year. And the Veterans Affairs Subcommittee attended the Rotary to Airline Group Convention in Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Now, before I wrap up my PDG coverage, I want to mention our plans for Oshkosh. Once again, ALPA will participate. This year's event is from July 22nd to the 28th. If you've been to Oshkosh, you know we reserve space at Camp Scholler for evening receptions. I sent a letter to each of you last week to see if you'd like to sponsor a reception. Opportunities are available Monday through Friday from 5:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. If you're interested, again, contact Marie. You've already heard about the participation at the IF-ALPA conference in Berlin, but I have to highlight several important achievements. For the first time in years, MEC officers from each of ALPA's election groups attended the conference. It's important for these pilots to be a part of the global event and engage in the issues being discussed. In addition, some of our volunteers participated in the new IF-ALPA Female Pilot Working Group. And while many ALPA pilots participate at different levels with the Federation, I want to congratulate United Captain Rick Cameron and Jazz Captain Brian Shurey on their EVP elections. I also want to thank United Captain Ron Abel and Jazz Captain Rod Lipchuk for their service. The more we interact with airline pilots outside of North America, the more we see how much we really have in common. Pilots for Pilots, the ALPA Emergency Relief Fund, helps members and their families cope with disasters. P4P has collected more than $17,000 this year. However, the group has issued grants totaling nearly $25,000. As of May 1st, we had a balance of $81,174.65. This total could easily disappear with just a couple of disasters. So please give generously to this important fund. Now, I've talked about ITAC, PDG, the IF-ALPA conference, and P4P. I want to thank the pilots who offer their time and talents to do the work for our union. And I also want to thank the ALPA staff that support all of these many functions. When I began this report, I remarked about all the positive changes I see in the union. I am truly encouraged by the new spirit of our union. However, as we move forward, it's important that we remember our past. If it wasn't for the hard work and sacrifice of the pilots who came before us, we would not have the voice we have today. As part of ALPA's effort to remember the past, I'm happy to inform you that the Executive Council is looking into commissioning a new author to write the next volume of Flying the Line. So much has happened since the second volume ended when George Hopkins talked about the passing of Arlie Smith in 1989. Smith was the last of the key men who helped create ALPA. Many of us are familiar with ALPA's former leaders because of Flying the Line. That's why documenting our legacy as the largest airline pilot union in the world is so important. And with our continued hard work and determination, I'm certain there will be opportunities for more volumes of Flying the Line to come. Also, please encourage your pilots to check out the Flying the Line podcast. We've had great feedback from this so far. So thank you for your attention, and come and see me if you have any questions.